saying I have zero sympathy for catfish quote victims. And this is my wife was just saying, well, because I don't think there's any negative or anything associated with it. She said, how do you think that? Because the person quote being catfished is getting what they want out of the situation. You know, if these people actually wanted a physical relationship with someone, they would get it. What they want is this fantasy. And like I guess telling my wife, she doesn't pay as much attention to it, but most of the time it's extremely one-sided. The catfisher probably sends 20 to 30% of the text, while the catfishee is the one just text. But I don't feel bad for them at all. They've created this whole vision, and what they've been buying is the ability to tell people they have a girlfriend. That feeling, because you know what? What they felt was real. They felt this joy. They felt better about themselves. They felt, happy. They had somebody to come home to talk to. They had somebody that they knew they could come home to talk to. There's lots of people out there that don't have somebody to come home to talk to.
Loneliness is very scary.
Right. And so what these guys are buying is a loneliness cure. I feel because at the end of the day, there's not a single catfish I've ever seen that I've been like, how the fuck did you like I haven't been like, how the fuck did you fall for that? Every single catfish I've ever seen, it's like, someone that looks like me is catfishing someone that looks like Angela. No, I'm just kidding. No, you get somebody that's like a fucking Instagram model, and it's me. And then it's me being like, yeah, she's my girlfriend. Yeah, she's this 20 something. She's got like 1 million followers. Oh, yeah, she likes me. She says she likes gray hair and dad bods. Like, no, you're a dumbass. You are a flat out dumbass if you think somebody way out. Like, have you ever fucked a person that hot before in your life? If you've never fucked a person as hot as the person you're supposedly talking to, that person isn't real. You don't get those chicks. Why would that chick be interested in you? I watch the show and I get mad because I look at Neve and I'm sure it's all Fryer producers and Fryer everywhere, everything. And to me, they're completely exploiting the catfish the person getting catfished. They're completely exploiting this person's stupidity and enabling and encouraging their psychosis. Because it's fucking psychosis. I'm in a relationship with you and I'm like, hey, can we meet up? And you're like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. How about tomorrow? Can we meet up? No. How about this weekend? Can we meet up? No. How about next weekend? Can we meet up? No. Like, you don't like me. Why am I, if I'm really interested in some sort of relationship, why would I ever waste my time with something like that? But, oops. And so, like I say, when it comes to the catfish situation, I just have no sympathy. They're always so fake. I don't think I've ever seen one where I thought, oh shit, I could have easily fallen for that. I mean, it's even like the 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 pedos that you see. I have no idea how those guys fall for that shit, other than like their blinding tunnel vision fantasy is they're getting what they want. You're feeding into what they want. I always see these conversations where the pedo is talking to the kid, And again, it's one-sided completely. But the things that the pedo says to the kid, do adults say that shit to each other? You know, are adults like, oh, I'm gonna come on your pussy, and I'm gonna do this. Is that really? I don't know. Maybe I've just been married for too long. I'm out of the game. I don't get it. But you know, like, how do you fall for it? I think you only fall for what you want to fall for. So what started us on this conversation, and actually I have to give myself some credit for this because I had started talking about some shit my wife didn't want to talk about. So I was like, I'm gonna steer this in a different direction so she doesn't stay mad at me.
Don't be a dick. Please.
But you know, the whole concept, and this is from, you know, the fact that, you know, we have our struggles in our marriage all the way up to the way the government works, the way the, you know, the historical records and all these things. It's all choice. You literally only believe in, only do, only fall for what you want to fall for. You know, the you only get catfished if you want to fall for that shit. Because you would have to really be a stupid, selfish, you know, oh yeah, like especially nowadays, you know how prominent catfishing is. It's not like it's this secret. It's a fucking TV show for God's sakes. Like, you know, my hip ass knows about it. And you just think like at the point where I spark up any sort of conversation with you and we start sort of hitting it off. Maybe I spend 15 minutes, maybe I spend a half hour, maybe I spend an hour talking to you. And I'm like, hey, I really kind of like this person. If I'm like, hey, let's get off this text shit, let's talk for a minute. You know what? Let's be honest. I want to know you're real. In this world of text, in this world of scamming and catfish, I want to know that you're real. So can we just do a quick howdy do? I realize that we're probably both a lot cooler in text. You know, we have that time to stop and think for a minute and make sure we say the right thing. But I just need to know you're real before I spend any more time on you. How do you not do that? If you say that to a girl and she or a guy and they reject you, great. That's awesome. Now you don't have to waste any more fucking time on them. The best ones though are when it's like the catfish is a fucking famous person. And you just think like you, Angela, you think Brad Pitt is trying to talk to you. What the like? You're gorgeous. I think you're a beautiful, beautiful woman for your age and all that crap.
No way. There was some.
That's Brad fucking Pitt. Do you know what he can fuck anytime he wants to?
Right.
Like,
Right.
why would he ever?
Right.
You're not on his level. You know, I'm not on Katy Perry's level. Katy Perry's not interested in me.
These ugly guys see it all the time. Women are with these ugly guys. So they see that it is possible. So maybe they're fortunate enough to find that woman that's willing.
Yeah, but that
to
ugly
not be
guy has
so,
that ugly guy is never poor. You never see that hot chick and she's, you know, with that ugly guy and he's getting into a fucking, you know, trailblazer.
But he's sending her money. She doesn't know how rich or poor he is.
Yeah, but if you see them out together, like the ugly guy, you can tell he has money looking at him. You can just give him the once down. You can see his shoes. You can see his ring. You could tell the dude has money. That or he's got a lot of game. It's one of the two. One thing he's not doing is being some creepy weirdo.
Maybe the dude really thinks he's got game because she's falling for it. I must have game.
If she's falling for it, then she wouldn't be the first one. If you have game, like that guy that's with that hot chick, Marvin, right?
Yeah.
Marvin he's got a great smile. He's a really awesome guy, but he's fat. He's a fat guy.
He's not attractive.
He's again, he's got a nice smile.
He's got a nice smile.
He's got nice eyes, right? But like he's not an attractive. He's short. He's fat. He's Chaldean.
And he's got this big nose.
Big nose. You know, big belly. Like with all the broads he's banged, he's had to lift his belly up. And he has been with some real good look. His baby mama is an attractive woman.
When she throws all the makeup on.
Even when she doesn't throw all the makeup on, she's a naturally attractive. She looks better with all the makeup on, sure, if you like that fake bullshit. But she's an attractive woman. She's got a great body, especially before she had the kid. She had big tits, little tiny fucking frame and shit. She was hot. She's not. You wouldn't assume that she was with him. And if you did see them together, you would think like he's lucky to be with her, and she's nuts. He couldn't get rid of her faster if he wanted to. She's crazy,
Well,
and
now he's stuck.
right now he's stuck. But he's had a list of them. We've seen a list of them because he's got money and he has game.
He must have game.
Yeah, he
I don't
does.
see it, but
Yeah, I don't see it either. I actually like he's very much a character.
yeah.
Like I've seen that Habibi
But
character
see,
a gazillion times.
He also doesn't put up that character for us because, like,
Watching any dude pitch woo is hilarious.
considers me his sister.
Oh hey, oh my God, what's your name? Angela. Oh, that's a beautiful name, man. Can I just tell you, you have really really beautiful eyes. How did you get those eyes?
Yesterday, I'm
How
walking
did
through
you get those
Walmart.
eyes? Did you work really hard? Did you blink a lot to make sure you had those eyes? Or were those just the eyes you were born with when you were named by your parents?
Yesterday, stay right there. You're me. You're pushing a cart, and you're coming this way.
Oh, I'm a little old lady. I'm pushing a shopping cart.
So this older dude, like in his 70s, is pushing a cart, and he comes on this side of me. And as we go by, he does this. Okay? And he stops over there, leaves his cart, walks around, comes by this way, sneaks up. I didn't know he did this. Sneaks up and he goes, "Are you Arabic? Do you speak Arabic?" And I said, "No, I'm Greek. I'm on the phone with Alex." So she's like freaking out, right?
Do I need to call the cops?
And I said, "No."
Is there a man talking to you?
She's going, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I said, "No, I'm Greek." He goes, "Oh,
Well, then fuck you.
I am looking for." Fuck did he say he was looking for?
Zatarans.
Oh no, I'm looking for Mexican. I want to cook some Mexican. They always cook with certain stuff, and I don't find over here. And he's looking at the like where you get the stick cheese, you know, next to the bacon and stuff. Because I was getting your sausage, and
That's right. She was getting the sauce.
and I said, "Well, look over there, aisle 13, international foods. Just go down there. It's down, you know, where Mexican food is. It's down there." "Oh, thank you. Thank you." And he leaves, but just sticking his hands in my face, keep walking by like he.
Oh, my little
wrenched
Edith
his
Bunker. I swear to God.
I'm like,
Her
if that's you
stories
trying to pitch woo, you just creep me the fuck out. Go
Her
away.
stories always, they climax at the wrong point. It's like, it goes up, and then you're like, oh, cool, it's gonna, no, oh, and then it ends, and you're like, that was the end?
Well,
That
he
story
didn't,
sucked.
you know. I think he saw my reaction though too.
I don't think he meant anything. I think he was probably just some old weird guy who
In
was
my
just
face though.
right. That's
Sweetheart, it was
That's what, that's what they do. He probably couldn't see you. He's probably blind as a bat.
No, because he didn't get in my face when he was talking to me.
Right, but when he was trying to figure you out, when he was like, is this Arabic or...
He was like this.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you're reading too far into that.
Oh, no, I've never had anybody get that close.
He's just some weird old guy. He didn't throw any woo at you. As soon as you were like, what? He was like, he didn't try anything. He wasn't like, did you want to come make a burrito with me? We make some enchiladas. Maybe I put some beef in your taco, Taco, cheesy taco. But again, I think, I think it always just comes down to what we want to believe. There is evidence for and against everything that you believe. Well, I say that, but then I'm like, what's the evidence for Christianity again? I mean, I guess people would say the Bible, or people would say, certain things, the Shroud of Turin, or shit that they've been told exist. So it really does come down to what you choose to believe. But we had started talking about this because we were talking about this Broadway note. And one day, yeah, we were hanging out. And she's like, hang on. And she runs out front. She gets in the car for a minute. And she comes back. And she's got some weed. And she's like, what, how the fuck did you get that? And she was like, oh, yeah, I just, I told him I'd fuck him later. So, so he gave me some weed. And we were like, are you planning on fucking him later? And she's like, oh, no, I do this all the time. And and
But she said hang out with him.
No, she said she was going to fuck him later. No, she did. I remember it. Because I remember that throwing the pussy power, But the service narrative is what a piece of shit she is, right? Because she would do that to somebody. But the more, the deeper story in this is he knows exactly what the fuck, who she is. He knows her better than we do. He's been in that exact scenario numerous times, giving her weed, and she never called him. She's such a master manipulator that she knows like exactly how long she can go. Right? Exactly like Iceberg Slim said, exactly how many miles are on the hoe and how to get a little bit more out of her. But she knew every, 15 times or so she would actually have to give in for 30 seconds and let him get a little bang on and and I mean it's funny because as women, like, they act like it's such a big deal in certain situations, but every single woman has not only been with somebody they didn't necessarily want to be with, they've just been like, all right, just get it done with. Like, they've been in that situation before. It's not nearly as big a deal as it's made into. And like with the other guy that was involved in that situation, it's like, well, dude, you can't feel bad for him because he's getting out of it what he wants to get out of it. As soon as it starts getting to the point where he starts getting a little upset, she'll be like, "Oh, okay, let me back you off a little bit. Here's a little handy J. Here, I'll let you go down on me. How about that?" And he gets what he wants, but it's the same thing as catfishing. It's the same thing as just about everything. And it really, like, it makes me question what my purpose is at this point. Because, we live in this world that we clearly want to live in, or else we would change it. Nobody makes anyone be racist. Nobody makes anyone be sexist or homophobic or transphobic or, as a matter of fact, usually the narrative that's given to encourage you to be one of those things is so stupid. Like, the people that don't see it, they just laugh at how stupid could you possibly be? You actually think that? You actually think somebody can catch gay? You actually think that reading a book to children dressed as a woman makes them makes them want to be trans? I always ask you at that point, so why don't we just have people in doctors' outfits, come and read books to children so they grow up to be doctors? How come everybody doesn't grow up to be teachers?
They used to. Can you hear me, Master?
No, everybody though, because everybody grows up having teachers read them books, right? Doesn't somebody reading you a book turn you into what they are? Like, that's how stupid people are. Have you ever actually gotten into a conversation with someone about gay stuff? About why they conversation with somebody along those lines? If you have, I guarantee you've never heard a single reasonable, intelligent argument, in any sort of fashion. The closest that people get to making an argument is they'll say something biblical wise, but even then, they don't even really know what it says. To me, the best thing you could do is bring up Sodom and Gomorrah. Because I'm just going to point out what a fucking psychopath freak you are. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. You clearly heard someone else bring up Sodom and Gomorrah, and now you're just repeating what they said. Because if you knew what Sodom and Gomorrah said, I mean, personally, I don't know how you read Sodom and Gomorrah and still think, this book's good. This is a good book. I like this. I want to belong to this. Because Sodom and Gomorrah is what you think it is regarding gay. It's actually all about that incestual rape and, gang bangs, and it's a fiasco, man. I mean, I've brought it up to numerous Christians. It's funny. The ones that know what Sodom and Gomorrah actually says, like, if you bring it up to them, or, because I'll be like, so you probably, I've had it happen where one of the guys knocking on the door or whatever, I was like, so you're opposed to gay marriage and gay stuff, right? And he's like, I'm not opposed to it. God is. I said, so you oppose it then, right? Like, why if you believe something, why are you so weird about saying it? You should just be proud of what you have to say and say it. So you don't believe that gay should have the same rights as non-gay. It's not me. God says that. Like, all right. So what you base this on what? On the Bible? Yeah, it's in the Bible. So like Sodom and Gomorrah? Yeah. And as soon as they'll have this confidence with the Sodom and Gomorrah. They might even kind of pause for a second. But if you go, oh, well, let's talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. Immediately, if they know the story, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to start talking about something else. They're going to try changing the subject. You're going to have a demon inside you. They got other houses to get to, whatever it might be. Strangely enough, those people that go door to door, knocking on people's doors at awkward times and whatnot, wanting to talk about religion, don't like it when you walk with them and try to talk to them. Like, man, you came to my house. You initiated this conversation. I'm not done talking yet. You should stop being rude. You came to my house offering to pick up our children and take them to your church. Door to door, can we pick up your children? What? Are you out of your fucking mind? I would have a hard time letting you pick my children up if I knew who you were. You're going door to door? And think about what comes from that. Like, I definitely haven't seen them since. And I wish I remembered what the church was. I wish I could do more of a deep dive into that church and who they were, because that was fucking weird. And if there's even one accusation about that church being involved in something shady like that, that makes that whole encounter a lot more fucked up. But these were religious people, and I'm trying to talk to them. I'm like, let's just talk about this. Let's talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. And suddenly this guy he's doing his Christian version of talking shit. Yet so the craziest part is it's this old man and the younger guy who might be like a church leader or a pastor or something, and then are on our side of the street, and his wife and their kid, who's like 9, 8, I don't know, little boy, is with them on the other side of the street knocking doors. And once we get way down the street and they get down and they come towards us, the man's like, go kid, son, run son, this man has a demon inside him, run son. And the kid goes running off. Ah! Ah! Do you think that kid's gonna grow up to be a well-adjusted human being? His dad had him running away from someone who was trying to talk about their religion with them, calling him a demon. I am a demon. I could see a demon inside you. Why? Because I know your Bible? Isn't that what you're doing? Isn't that your whole thing? Like, shouldn't you be able to have this conversation better than I am? I had another guy who actually has 2 daughters. When I brought it up to him, he's this guy who's a truther, considers himself a truther, but also believes all the answers we need are in the Bible. And when I brought up Sodom and Gomorrah to him, he was like, oh yeah, where the daughters raped their father. And I was just like, wow, that is an amazing thing for you to say. How much alcohol do you think it would take for you to be able to be physically, where it actually works, not completely grossed out and turned off and disgusted by having relations with your own daughter? How does your shit even work? Especially if you're so drunk that you don't realize you're doing it. It's amazing how old men in the Bible seem to have these magical penises that still work even when they're way so drunk they don't even remember what they were doing. Look at me, talking to one person. 3 likes, 1 person. Interesting, man. It's this censorship is crazy. I need to get on to I need to find a different platform. I'm thinking about going to Rumble. We'll see how maybe that works out. Because this shit is ridiculous. So, check out all the receipts in the beautiful day. And you pedophiles, you kill yourself.